So apparently, the government now wants to decide who is allowed to ask questions, what answers you can see, and when you're allowed to see them. That's right. The people who can't count how many ministers they have now want to regulate polls, because nothing says free and fair elections like a state-approved opinion. Let's get into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. South Africa's democracy is built on debate, dissent, and the right to ask uncomfortable questions. But now the government wants to introduce something called a Polling Ombud through the Draft Electoral Laws Amendment Bill. Sounds harmless, right? This so-called Ombud would have sweeping powers to control, restrict, and punish anyone who conducts or publishes political opinion polls without its blessing.
Seem a bit communist.
They're basically saying, we support free speech as long as we can proofread it first. This Ombud would decide who can do polls, when the results can be released, and what information can be shared. It's like giving the referee power to decide who's allowed to play in the game, and then pretending it's for fairness. And here's the best part. If you dare to publish without approval, you could face fines or even 2 years in prison.
Are you f***ing serious?
So in the land of democracy, telling people what other people think could make you a criminal.
What?
So let's break this down, because it's almost comedic if it weren't terrifying. First, they claim this is about transparency and accuracy. Oh, sure. The same government that can't keep track of power stations now wants to keep track of pollsters. That's like asking ESCOM to manage your credibility.
Oh, hell no!
And guess what? We now know who's behind it. ActionSA. Yes, the same party that talks about accountability, freedom, and saving South Africa from government overreach is now trying to create a government-approved gatekeeper for free speech. According to The Citizen, ActionSA says this polling ombud is needed because some polls are politically biased. Well, no kidding. That's why we have debate. That's why we have media. You don't fight bias by introducing censorship. You fight bias with transparency and competing ideas. So now the party that promised to be the watchdog wants to muzzle the watchdogs.
He's a crook.
It's like catching the referee swapping jerseys mid-game. Second, under their plan, anyone conducting a poll must register with the Ombud, revealing funders and methodology for approval.
Wait, what?
And who decides what's fair? Appointed under the IEC, so it's not independence, it's bureaucracy with a badge. There's the 7-day blackout, the week before the election. When you most need accurate information, you get nothing. It's like going on a diet and banning food commercials right before a buffet. And if you think this is a once-off technical rule, remember, it carries criminal penalties. Publish without approval, and you could face fines or even 2 years in prison. This isn't transparency, it's thought policing with a filing cabinet.
This is dictatorship at the highest.
So what does this mean for ordinary South Africans? It means that before you vote, the government decides what opinions you're allowed to see. It means that journalists, universities, even student projects could be silenced if they don't get a government stamp of approval. It means that come election season, you'll have more restrictions on political data than on potholes. And you know how that story goes. One of them never gets fixed. Think about it. We already have politicians who can't handle a tough question in Parliament. Imagine how allergic they'll be to polling that shows they're losing popularity. This bill hands them the perfect excuse. Sorry, that data's not approved. And let me be clear, this proposal is an attack on the very idea of informed choice. A democracy without access to information is like a doctor doing surgery blindfolded. Someone's not gonna make it out alive. If government officials can decide which polls you see, they're not protecting you from misinformation. They're protecting themselves from embarrassment. And we need better poll standards, yes, but we need independence, not interference. Free speech doesn't need a permission slip. So I'm with FreeSA on this one. The Polling Ombud must be scrapped entirely. It's a censorship machine disguised as a watchdog. And if Parliament lets it through, every South African should be asking who benefits from keeping us in the dark.
I wonder.
Make sure your voices are heard by going to the FreeSA campaign linked below in the description and oppose these amendments. Remember, sunlight doesn't just disinfect, it exposes corruption, and that's why they hate it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me uncover the truth behind land grabs in South Africa, please go to the BackaBuddy campaign and donate at least 50 Rand. If 4,000 people donated 50 Rand, we would hit our goal, and production on Stolen Ground 2 and 3 can begin. If you haven't seen Stolen Ground 1, please go check it out. All the links and information is in the pinned comment and description, as well as EFT Details if you prefer to donate via EFT. You can find out more information on stolenground.co.za. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this, and don't forget to go and comment, or at least have your voice heard. Please go to that campaign, submit your comment. Let's put an end to this before they get a chance of pushing this through. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far, far, far and wide. Subscribe to the channel, follow, like, you know what to do. I've got more content coming your way, and with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.